I'll make this one simple right here.
Okay.
Things are perfect. Things going super duper well with her. She's everything that you want. But she got 6 kids. Can you work with it? Or is that a deal breaker?
How many baby daddies?
6.
Deal breaker.
Why? She a good person.
She been a quitter all her life. Why she would stop that?
All right, Nietzsche, man. So I know you out here in Atlanta doing your thing with the media. You know what I'm saying? Everybody see you turning up. And the people that don't know you, they might think that you're from Atlanta.
Right.
Can you let everybody know where you actually from?
I'm an Army brat, so I'm from everywhere.
Okay.
But originally from Virginia. You know, my father was in the military for 22 years. So we moved around Germany, Virginia, back and forth. But, you know, I went to high school in Virginia, a small city called Dinwiddie.
Hold on, man. That's the name of the town?
Dinwiddie County, from Dinwiddie County, with a small town named McKinney, Virginia. Yeah.
Dang.
When I left for the military in 2004, 2005, it was 1,500 people that lived in my town.
Mm.
So everybody kind of knew everybody. There was a city with no stoplights. We didn't have no stoplights in the town. It was just one big 4-way intersection with a stop sign.
A lot of accidents in that motherfucker?
It was just, it wasn't a lot of traffic in that motherfucker.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, to come from those humble beginnings, my next door neighbor was a mile away. It was a city with no stoplights. We didn't have no major food, you know, no major stores or nothing, you know. We didn't have a McDonald's. We had this shit called Dairy Freeze. Well, people would come down. It was like a little cookout joint or whatever, you know
Dairy
what I mean?
Freeze?
Dairy Freeze. Well, not Dairy Queen. It was Dairy Freeze. It was
Okay.
owned by my partner daddy. And then, you know, we didn't have food line. We didn't have no major grocery stores. We had Wallace's supermarket. And it was one of the places where you still could go in and get food and get something from the grocery store on your daddy's name.
Oh, wow.
So I would walk in the store, get a soda, and be like, you want to put this on, you gonna put that on your daddy's name. and Mr. Wallace will call your daddy at the end of the month, like, you know what I'm saying, your son came over here and got 3 soda last month, you know, send me my $1 or whatever. That. So, you know, it was some real country shit that I came from. And I have no idea how I ended up. I always had dreams of being in the entertainment industry. I just didn't know how to do it. So my first obstacle was to get out of Virginia.
So that's my next question. So you in Virginia, like you say, it's a small town.
Right.
How you end up with 8 Ball and MJG? That's so like, wait, what? How does that happen?
I had dreams. And so the earlier part of my life, all I wanted to be was a rapper. Might not have been the best rapper, but I was the hardest working one. So, you know, that's what led me and fueled me to pursue my career and pursue my life. So I left Dinwiddie and went into the military. When I went into the military, it took me all over the world. And the reason I went in the military, because I remember I was trying to come out with a mixtape and I ain't have money for CDs. I'm like, how the hell I'm going to be a platinum rapper? I can't afford to print up no damn CDs, right? So I needed a job. So I went in the military. It's like, oh, well, you know, they don't got to pay. You don't got to pay for rent. You ain't got to pay to eat. They just pay you. I'm like, oh, perfect. I ain't know them bitch ass niggas going to send me to war.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, you went to war for real?
For sure.
Okay. Oh, wow.
With the Iraq, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I'm over there trying to just get money to feed my rap career and ended up having to go to war. But it was a blessing in disguise because while I was in Iraq, I built a studio over there. We got to record music and everything. And that's when I really started honing my skills as far as an artist. And then when I got out, the military in 2010, I hit the ground running in Augusta, Georgia. And somebody told them about what I had going on. I was on the radio out there. I was the club promoter and I was rapping. I was doing everything that a nigga want to do. I was doing it at a high level. And word got back to Ball and G and Duprano. I pushed management. And man, we made it happen, man. That's how, you know, it was just really my audience and my fan base, you know, rocking with me.
Now, which 8 Ball and MJG are we talking about? What era of 8 Ball and MJG? What album was they working on around the time they started working with you?
I signed with Ball and G in 2014. So this is legendary, legends of Southern hip hop. Ball and G. This is.
Were they already with Bad Boy then?
Yeah, this is after. This is after.
Gotcha.
This is you know 10 years ago. You know, they doing they doing Southern Soul festivals and Pepsi festival, big shit. You know what I mean? We going in arenas and big old state, arenas and things of that nature or whatever. So they was already legendary by the time I got with them. And just to soak up the game from them individuals, man, they some of the most humble, respectful gentlemen in the world, man. I remember walking in a club with 8 Ball, and it took him 35 minutes to get to one side of the club to the other side because everybody wanted to stop him. Right.
Wow.
And he would stop at every last one of them. I see that man take every picture. Every person that spoke to him, he spoke back to him. Everybody had a story about how they knew him. And, oh, man, I remember back in 2001 when you...
I think that's important because when people meet you, you don't know if they might be crazy about you as a fan. You want their experience with you to be a pleasant one.
Right.
Don't you want people to say, yo, I met Ugly Money. It was cool as hell.
Sure.
And you saw that with 8 Ball.
And so I saw that immediately, and I took it because I was like, okay, if these guys have been as huge and as big and impactful in the music industry as they have, and they are still humble enough to make sure that everybody feels special, then who the fuck am I not to? Right. And that's when I realized, like, yo, the key to this shit is just staying grounded and be the person that you really are. Don't let no fame or no ride just go to your head, because that's how people fall off quick. And Ball and G have had, 2-3 decades in the music industry, and I believe it's for that reason, because of the fact that nobody's a small fry when they walk up the ball. Everybody's somebody. You a big dog. You might not have picked up your check yet, but you a big dog. Right. And I always, anytime somebody stop me anywhere, whether it's a gas station or whatever, if they want to, as long as I ain't with my kids, I take every picture. You know what I mean? I'm gonna shake your hand. I'm gonna look you in your eye, and I'm gonna respect you as a man or a woman.
Well, let me ask you this, Nietzsche. So clearly you're not rapping right now. You know what I'm saying? You kind of like transition yourself into like this media, this media guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Who's doing really well. So how important is pivoting if one thing isn't working out for you?
I think I used to say that I failed at music, but I have since revised that thought process. I didn't fail at music. That was just a stepping stone, because I'm here.
Right.
So I didn't fail. I'm definitely on the Mafia channel. I'm here. You know what I mean? Goddamn it. So it was all part of my process of my growth. That was something that I needed to go through to get to where I was going. I just didn't realize that where I was going was past what I always dreamed. I kind of reached my dream, but when I got to my dream, I realized it was a whole nother dream now that I wanted to do. And so, everybody has a calling. And everybody has a passion. Most people, they have a passion and a calling. And sometimes your calling and your passion will align. And sometimes they don't. You know what I'm saying?
That's what happened in your case, is what you're saying?
Right. I had a calling, and I had a passion for music, to rap. I had a calling to speak to people. You feel what I'm saying? A hoe might have a calling to suck dick, but she got a passion to do lashes. Right. Ain't nobody paying you for them lashes, baby. But you suck some dick on camera, they gonna pay you for it. 100%. That's your calling. And so when I really started paying attention to the calling of, what people really wanted me to do and pay me for, when I finally embraced it, shit went crazy. And I remember I wanted to open up for this concert that was coming to Mississippi Gulf Coast. They wanted me to host the concert. They wanted to pay me to host it. And I said, well, look, I got this song with Young Dolph, man. You know what I'm saying? I perform too. He said, well, it costs $1,000 to perform. We was going to pay you $1,000 to host. How about we just swap it out and it be even? I'm like, wait a minute, nigga. I got to pay you to rap for 3 minutes, but you'll pay me to talk. Fuck that, man. I'm going to talk, you know what I mean?
You going to talk.
And so, I just started embracing my calling. When I realized that people actually wanted to hear my thoughts and opinions on things and how I viewed the world, it was nonstop. All I was doing was being myself.
So let's talk music versus podcast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you coming from a music background, but now you into podcasting. So my question to you is, why do you think so many artists are making this transition to podcasts? Hell, even T.I. back. Even T.I. brought Expeditionally back. Right. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think they've been getting rapper money for so long with shows, but now it got to be something going on. They making the transition. You see Jim Jones and Fab and Mano. What do you think it is why they are making the transition from music to a podcast?
Content is audio and video gold. It monetizes forever. you got to think about a clip as a song. A whole episode is an album. Well, who the hell can record a whole 2-hour long album in 2 hours? Every time we crack the mic, it's an album. That shit got different segments and pieces or whatever. It's just like, and every goddamn 10, 15 minute clip, that's a song. So you're producing something that monetizes forever. You can literally record the video, post it on YouTube, turn around, chop it up into clips, monetize that, then chop it up into shorts, monetize that, turn around, put it on Facebook, monetize that.
In street terms, you done took the whole block.
You done remixed that motherfucker 13 times with the same motherfucking block. You know,
you can sell the whole block, or you can break them down the bottom.
And sell it again. That's the crazy part.
Now y'all
after you done sold it, you can turn around 2 months later and sell it again.
Damn. Keep selling it.
What? And then turn around and say, you know what? I'm gonna react to my shit and I'm gonna sell it again.
Now you're
selling the same dope over and over again and never stop monetizing.
Legally.
And it's exactly. And as long as it's still on that platform, it's gonna forever monetize.
You just said the key word, which is my next question. Sure. We have to talk monetization because there's a lot of YouTube people out there that's trying to learn the game. They want to live rent. You know what I'm saying? Take care of their rent with monthly stuff like YouTube people. How did you figure out? Crack the code on monetization? What was the moment? How did you do it?
I stumbled upon it. I was doing podcasting out of passion and just because I liked it. I had got a call from Charleston White people. He was in town, and I hit up one of my business partners, shouts out Slump, and I was like, "Hey man, you know Charleston White wants some money for me to interview him. I had never paid nobody for an interview before. I'm like, I ain't paying no nigga to talk to him." He was like, "Pay that nigga now," and I was like, "Okay." Interviewed Charleston. Slump came over. He said, bro, your page ain't even monetized all the way. I said, monetized?
So pause right there. So until that point, you were just uploading stuff and
I
just...
I put $100,000 around podcasting, brother, and hadn't made a red cent, baby.
Okay, go ahead.
For 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And shit ain't overnight. So anyway, but it was all because I was ignorant to it. It wasn't the fact that I couldn't get it. I didn't know. I didn't know the knowledge. I didn't know. I was just doing it.
I know. It's certain factors that you have to certain thresholds.
Watch hours and things of that nature.
So were you already past those thresholds at that time? Or you just
I had like 5,000 subscribers. I just didn't know. I was just totally ignorant to it. And so it took someone else, you know, pouring into me to let me know, like, wait a minute. So I remember, you know, and not too much of my business. I remember I dropped that episode and I think I did like $16,000 altogether on that first Charleston White episode. And I was like, oh shit, this is a real stream of income.
Yeah, like a business.
And I was like, oh, well, all I can do, I'm just gonna take this $16,000 and throw it in and throw it back in and see what come out. And I kept doing that. I kept taking the money that I was making, throw it back into that, and throw it back into that. And to the point where I built a reputable platform. But you know, it's just a thing of a lot of times people just don't know it. The money be all around us, but if nobody knows that there's some money under this desk, the money's gonna stay right up.
Yo, I put Vlad on Cameron's Talk with Flea show earlier this year, you know what I'm saying? And Cameron was telling us about, like, yo, at first we was just, me and Mace was just uploading our episodes because people said it was cool, it was funny. He said, nigga, I had no idea that it's a button on YouTube for monetization. He said we missed out on millions
for sure
by just not pressing that button. Now naturally they press the button now, but I'm just trying to teach people about that button. If you want to go to the next level,
that button.
Tell them about the thresholds that you have to have on YouTube in order to become a partner with YouTube to make money.
Well, when I first signed up, I started from zero just like everybody else. You know what I mean? I started with zero. I remember that you needed to have 100 subscribers just to have a YouTube name. I don't know if they still do that, but you used to have to get 100 subscribers just to have the name Ugly Money TV. You had to have 100 subscribers, and then you had to have a certain amount of watch hours or whatever to get to the point of monetization where they make you eligible. And so that's the thing. It's just like and if a person that's really grinding, I mean, you can do that in your first month. You know, realistically, if you're shooting, say you shoot 4 episodes, an episode a week. All right, 2-hour episode a week. You take those clips, those 2-hour clips, chop them up into 10, 15 minute or whatever clips or whatever. So you're giving you 10, maybe roughly 10 clips, 10 clips per long form episode. You take those 10 clips and chop them into, 30 reels. You should hit your threshold. I think where a lot of people mess up is they don't they just shoot their episode and post it.
Yeah, and wish for the best.
Bro, that content you haven't broke the dope down. It's still, you gotta bag it up. You know what I mean? You got a pound of dope. You ain't bagged it up. You missing all the money.
Right.
You better put that bitch in a QP, put that bitch in a nick, a dime, a zip, a 3-5, everything. You need to bag it up, each kind of way. And so I think that's where most people mess up is they just do their long form content and think, oh, I'm done. No, motherfucker, post that bitch. Yeah. Post it on Instagram. Post it on these social media sites. Get that, shorts. That's how you get your subscribers up. You hit that short.
Shorts you be taking off some time. Like, yo.
Shorts is gonna get you in the game as far as subscribers. Now, of course, the money, man, them clips and them that long form, buddy. You get one of them motherfuckers going, you're gonna have a nice, pretty
now,
birthday.
See, you bring me right to my segues. Right. This is perfect, man. My next segue was how hard is it to maintain like a 5-figure income on YouTube monthly? How hard is it? Let's say you hit it one time, and it's like, I gotta try to keep it like that. Is it hard to maintain something like that? Or
once you built it, it ain't. All you gotta do is manage it. Because you figured it out. It's liquid gold, bro. It's gold. It's gold. And I look at all of my interviews as my catalog. At I can go back to 3 years ago, take the Charleston White interview that I posted, chop it up again, and post it again, and still monetize like I got a new Charleston White interview. If I wanted to, I could put that bitch on Facebook. There's no limitation on it. I could drop that bitch every day if I want.
And you literally own your footage, right?
All my footage. I own everything. I own the cameras, the lights, and everything. I made that initial investment myself.
How important is ownership when it comes to like doing podcasts?
I saw something earlier today when they was talking about Elliott Wilson, and he won't go and produce his own content. He just goes for the check. I've never had an opportunity. I've had people approach me, but I've never had a lucrative enough opportunity where I would even fathom selling anything. You know what I'm saying? Now, given our business is business. 100%. 50% of $1 million is $500,000. 100% of nothing is nothing. You dig what I'm saying? And so during those early years when I was building, nobody came to try to give me a bag. Now, when I got it built, of course, these offers come.
If you build it,
those shits don't make no sense. I'll be like, y'all got me fucked up. I make more than that every 2 months. You got me here. You know what I'm saying? So, I think if you have a good team, it's relatively. I wouldn't say easy, but it's definitely.
So
doable.
it's almost like you running a record label, and the clips are like your artists and the albums and stuff like that. Kind of like, right?
For sure.
Wow, that's dope.
Each show is a different artist. Goddamn, each episode is an album, and each damn reel or each short is a song.
So now you get like this new notoriety. I'm seeing you all over the place now. So I know celebs have to be hitting you up. What celeb has hit you up that just kind of just blew you away? Like, damn.
When Nick Cannon followed me.
Wow.
And I like, Nick, get me on the show. And he told me, he was like, we already got 2 fat boys. You're going to lose some weight. Straight up. I'm like, damn. I'm like, but you know what? That's why I got my big ass in the gym.
I see you in that, man.
It's amazing to me the amount of people that watch my content. I was in the airport and Hassan Whiteside, we ran past each other. I mean, it's been so many. What's interesting to me is people that I grew up fans of are now fans of me. And I'll be sitting there talking to them like, you have no idea. This is really blowing my mind because I'm a fan of you, my nigga. But at the same time, he over here being a fan of me. You know what I'm saying? When Jim Jones got them text me and was like, hey, I really want to come on your show because the way you be telling the truth. And I'm like, this ain't a thing where I'm reaching out and asking. And nah, this nigga hit me and asked me. So, it's definitely flattering. I had one of the last Beat King podcast interviews when he came on my show.
Before he passed. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've had Fredo Bang. I mean, a lot of times, a lot of these people identify with what I'm saying and they want to be a part of it.
They definitely do.
Yeah, man. So, shouts out Nick Cannon. I had a conversation with Anthony Anderson just last week.
Wow.
And it blew me away because
he knew who you was.
He was following me. I wasn't even following him. I didn't know the nigga was following me.
Damn.
I'm like, oh shit, Anthony Anderson followed me. I followed him back. I'm like, brother, man, I love your stuff. He said, no, nigga, I love your shit.
Wow, now that's dope.
Yeah, when a nigga like Kevin Garnett called me, hit me in the DM and tell me that I got the best podcast in the world, you don't know how to take that. I'm like, KG,
They gotta feel good.
Nigga, I wore your shoes. Nigga. Them shits was $220 back in the day. Them was the most expensive hyperposits ever. I wore them bitches. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's just.
So we gotta let you know that you got some progression.
For sure.
On. That's
for sure.
dope, man.
For sure.
So speaking of celebrities and stuff like that, we gotta touch on it because everybody talking about it right now. I know you got Netflix.
Definitely got Netflix.
Man, you check that Diddy thing out, man.
I certainly did.
What was your thoughts on it, man? Now we all know it's through the lens of 50 Cent, man.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that whole?
50 Cent is the pettiest nigga in the history of niggas. And the amount of pettiness you have to do a full documentary
He'll drop a bag to be petty.
about a nigga that fucked your baby mama is... Niggas need to leave 50 alone. He got too much money, and obviously he got time. Like, certain individuals just don't want to... He has mastered beefing. He has mastered the annihilation of his opponent. I don't know. That nigga read the 49 laws of power because he got a couple extra laws.
He's good, man.
Man, I would. Hey, man, listen, man. 50 Cent never got a problem with me. Hey, 50 man. Hey, brother. Hey, it's all love and respect. I don't want no problems. But when it come to Diddy a wild boy.
Diddy's definitely a wild boy.
He a freaky ass nigga. But a freako is not a Rico. And the things that they brought him on trial for, he didn't do. Unless, you know,
But you think that Netflix special is like kicking the man while he down? Like, all right, man, you got to send this.
No,
man.
for sure. I mean, I think
the timing was
I think I think 50 Cent is the pettiest nigga in the world, and he doing what 50. Do we expect anything less of 50?
You know, I got into it with 50 a long time ago. Man.
I'm pretty sure 50 get into a lot.
I'll tell you what's cool about the way he get into it with niggas, right? I'm like, because I've never got into it with him until that point. This nigga took my face and put it on his, I ain't gonna go into the story because I'm gonna tell you one day, but he took my face and put it on his Instagram with a caption about me, right? But the picture he took, he had to go through all my pictures and pick the worst looking picture of me. I'm on there like this.
Yeah.
And he posted that. I said, "Oh, this nigga, he's a funny ass nigga with the beat."
Nigga,
All right, you got it, big dog.
Certain people, you just, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get into an altercation with 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Cause he's willing to go a different level than I'm willing to go.
He'd have found a body cam and you getting kicked out your crib 5 years ago and uploaded it.
Hey man, hey, 50 is all love. I ain't got no problem. I'll come on the goddamn Power Beat. I'll play the fat bodyguard. I ain't tripping. Whatever.
And my bad, 50.
Yeah. Another person that's like that.
Oh.
Tasha K.
Oh.
Hey man, I'm scared of that lady.
Yeah, she go too hard.
I'm scared of that lady. Anytime that lady ever asks me for anything, I would do it right then and there. If you ask me to come on the show, I'm coming. I'll be there early. I don't want no smoke.
Is it because of how hard she goes?
It's because how they are willing to go lower than I would be willing to go.
They don't care.
Right. I'm not willing to stoop to certain levels. You know what I'm saying? I'm not willing to assault a man's, character, his children, his family. I'm not for that.
Yeah.
And so when you know that somebody is willing to play as dirty as they want to play, man, leave that motherfucker alone. Tasha K, I love you too, baby. I love you.
Yeah, we don't want no smoke with you.
I'll come over there and sip wine too, because guess what? My content is jovial. I'm telling the truth, but I'm smiling, I'm laughing. I'm not saying anything to literally insult your character. Even when I'm hard on the women, I'm still not dissing them or bashing them. I'm really having a roast session.
Tasha K found your ex-girlfriend.
Man, yeah, and then she gonna interview her. She gonna interview, that nigga, he like to do this and that. I don't want no smoke with nobody like that.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
So check this out, man. It's been some common stuff been going on lately in entertainment, man. Check out how I pull this together. Watch this.
Right.
Ja Rule, Skinny from the Nine, Bobby Smurda, and Krishan Rock all got in common. These motherfuckers be getting attacked, man.
Yeah.
They did not Ja Rule out. Well, my bad, Ja Rule. He got jumped on at a restaurant recently. Skinny from the Nine just got attacked, man. They did my dog dirty, man. So I knocked his teeth out and everything.
Yeah, they did crazy.
Bobby Smurda yesterday, man, they just jumped. Did you see that?
I saw that.
Man, they jumped him at the club, man. And then Krishan Rock, she called herself going to Compton. Somebody get her slapped the hell out of her. My question to you is, man, why do you think artists are traveling without security now, man? What's that all about? They got something to prove, or?
A lot of times, a lot of that money gets slow, bro.
Now that's a real answer.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of that money gets slow. They ain't catch 6ix9ine until after they goddamn some of that money got slow.
That security ain't free, is it?
It's not free. And you paying these niggas to fight your battles. So yeah, you talking shit, big dog shit when you on top of the world, but when that motherfucker money get low, and when that goddamn when you start cutting corners and you look at your invoice for security and it's $35,000 and you don't got it, okay, you start moving a little different.
Shows start slowing up.
Yeah. And then like even with Bobby Shmurda, like, you know, he went there, did his time. He was a real stand-up individual. But he came out, he was laughing, smiling, and dancing. I think niggas think they can play with Bobby now. Because he getting doing all this gyrating and jiggling. And
they better remember why Bobby went in.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, he came out with a different air, which I'm not mad at the brother for doing it. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You ain't on the way to go back. But at the same time, nigga, look at that shit like, man, this old zesty ass nigga will beat your ass. You know what I'm saying?
All that hip gyrating and shit.
Yeah, but you got to remember at some point in time, the things that you have done in your past, people remember. The shit you pop in your past, people remember. The internet lasts forever. That shit is up. So yeah, you might have been on some murder, kill, drill shit. You got to keep that same energy for the rest of life.
Let's do
or
this,
motherfuckers going to try you.
Let's do this. All right, so you ugly money Nietzsche.
Right.
And I'm Mafia. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to be someone cool in the world.
Right,
right? You know what I'm saying? For our families, right? So my thing is like, let's say we finally get to the top. We're known everywhere. We did our thing. And we try to go to the store, motherfuckers that swung on us. It's way cooler for them to swing on us and drop us on camera, our shoes all off and shit,
Biggest
and
moment
record
of
it.
their life.
And it makes something really, really cool. Do it seem like it's more popular for civilians to attack celebrities now?
Yeah, it's the clout. Clout is the most addictive drug in the world. A motherfucker key about clout. A motherfucker cross out his own family about clout. A motherfucker, I mean, with KSO, daddy just stitched on him and doing interviews now. Clout. You just put your son behind bars and you're doing interviews.
Now you getting fresh for interviews, won't grab his feet real quick, man.
It's the most addictive drug in the world. And everybody is a junkie to it. Half these new generation is. And so when you know that you got some clout monsters or some clout junkies out here, you better be protected at all times from them.
Well, look. Not to cut you off, but since you brought that up real quick,
right.
What do you think about that situation, man? Let's say you got kids.
Yes, sir.
You got any sons?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's say your oldest
Yes,
son. Same situation with queso and stuff
Yes,
like
sir.
that. You helping your son. All right, son, this my son. You help with the body for whatever reason, whatever.
Right.
What do you do in this situation when your son gets caught? Do you go down with him on some G shit?
First and foremost, queso dad is a scumbag. You can't teach your son to be a street nigga, then when your son become a street nigga, you violate the street nigga code that you taught your son.
And go do interviews.
And then go do interviews about it. You a dirtbag. You see what I'm saying? Now, I could totally understand if his daddy worked at goddamn Walmart and he was a law-abiding citizen and he goddamn made sure that his son had great Christmases and everything, and this nigga go and make the choice to go be a fucking criminal. That's different. But his daddy is a known street nigga.
A known street nigga.
You done taught your son to be a street nigga. You taught him the rules of the street.
Okay, what should he have done then?
That nigga should be locked up behind bars right now.
Yeah.
Or, if you're going to be a real OG, tell that nigga to stand down before the shit even happen.
You know, when I go to your channel, man, I noticed that you had Dame Dash on your show, man. When I be seeing that, I'm like, dang, Nietzsche going crazy. He's getting like some nice quality guests. Yeah. How'd you end up with a relationship with Dame Dash?
Just providing value. He was coming to Atlanta to do a seminar. And they wanted some extra eyes and ears on it, you know what I'm saying? And that was a barter system, you know what I'm saying? I looked out for him and came through his joint, brought him some extra people. He came on my platform, you know what I mean? And, you know, the dope thing about Dame Dash is he's a great interview because you don't got to say too much. You just say, hey, welcome to the Ugly Money Podcast. This is Dame Dash. That nigga gonna go.
He gonna take off.
What? Boy, you have to pull him back.
You have 2 questions for him, man.
Yeah, man.
5 hours.
I had 2. That's exactly what I had, man. When he gave me, he gave me a gem when he said, Jay-Z ran off with 100 bricks. I'm like, what you mean?
That clip did well.
That clip went crazy, and I'm like, he really feels that Hov kind of ran off on him and everything. And so no matter, because Jay-Z still is my favorite rapper. No matter what, it's just dope to see the shit that I grew up being a fan of, to hear it from the horse's mouth, and just, things that I've always thought about and wondered of how it is to actually ask that particular person. So that was a dope experience. And then, like I said, Dame was a real genuine person, you know what I mean? We talked about some other business or whatever, and it may come to fruition in the future. You know, Dame just got to stay out the Breakfast Club.
Dame, yeah.
Dame be talking
Is
shit.
Dame Dash hard to interview? I know you say like he's kind of long-winded, but what is it like just personality-wise sitting with him?
Dame run his program, and if you're gonna be around Dame, you just got to get with the program. I mean, he really do exude that whole boss mentality or whatever. So far, as far as the interviewer, that's what we want. We want the interviewee to give us, you know, whatever it is they got. So you don't have to pull an answer out of him. He gonna give it to you. And he really don't have a filter in the shit that he say. Like, you know, some people you can definitely tell, like, oh, it's media training. They're trying to watch what they say about certain individuals. Nah, if Dame don't like it, he gonna tell your ass he don't like it. He gonna say, fuck it. He ain't got no media training. Well, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got none of that. There's no filter with Dame. And so that makes for a great interview. Same situation with, like, Deborah Anthony, where, you know, you get to talking to her, and she just gonna give you a great interview. She gonna tell your ass what it is. That was the one that she told me that Gucci Mane didn't kill Pookie. All I asked her was about the versus battle. I'm like, what you think about the versus battle? She come out that motherfucker and say, oh, well, you know Gucci didn't do that. I'm like,
you
what?
know what?
And I was like, oh, wait a minute, this is a moment. Wait a minute, Gucci, you're saying, and so I reiterated, I was like, you're saying that Gucci Mane didn't kill Pookie Loc.
And it went crazy.
And she was like, oh, all right. Bitch, I'm out of here. So shouts out, you know, we always want them type of individuals, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, because I just can't stand interviewing people that act like they don't want to talk. What the fuck do we sit down
I'll cut these lights out. We can go home.
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
You know what? I'm finna go left. You can be like, nigga, what?
Let's go.
You remember how, like, back in the days, cocaine was like an expensive drug. Like, you gotta have that bag.
Yeah.
You know, they took that yay. You know what I'm saying? Recently, man, BG was caught on live, man, kind of like falling asleep, man. I'm gonna just call it what I'm gonna say it. You ain't gotta say it. Kind of look a little doped out. You know what I'm saying? Baby, the #1 stunner, he was on stage last month, a couple months ago, dozed off on that motherfucker. FBG Butter did an interview with Vlad, man. Mid-interview, just to doze off. I said all that to say this, man. Do it seem like heroin is like the new coke amongst today's entertainers?
I think that a lot of people need or feel that they need something extra to get them over the hump. And I will go on record and saying, if you need a substance for you to be you, you ain't you.
Yeah.
If you need a substance to make you be yourself, then you're living a lie.
To me, drugs seem like it's like a form of escapism. When people want to get high, they want to just get away from reality and shit. But it's like, I'm not judging nobody.
Because for them, it's more of an immediate gratification. It's way easier to just go get a bump than to fix your life. A lot of people is fighting with themselves. They got demons in themselves that they're fighting and they're trying to get away from. And that demon is whooping their ass.
The money not helping them.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times in celebrity situations where they have these addictions, now the money is becoming, all it's doing is empowering the addiction. I got a partner, I don't want to say his name, but I got a partner that just had a resurgence, national artist, just had a huge resurgence, went viral, went on a whole nother run. Is getting booked constantly now, you know what I'm saying? The first time in 10 years. And all that money did for him was feed his addiction. All that money did to him is give him more dope money.
Worst thing that happened to him.
And he locked up now, cause you know what I'm saying. And so, and I see the difference for him when he's sober versus when he high. When he high, I can't even deal with him. He's not, when he's sober, he's a good dude. But sometimes when you got that celebrity, you got that pressure. And then you have those demons and your life is under such a microscope or such a light or whatever. You're just trying to subside the demon so you can keep the money coming in, not knowing that the demon is sucking all the money out you.
Remember back in the days, man, when Gucci was locked up,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when he came out, it was this big thing called like first day out.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like an honor for a rapper to be locked up for a long time. We want to hear that first song out.
Yeah.
The first day out is like a big deal. Oh my God, it's the first day out. I'm gonna say this because I was talking to my partners about this the other day. I think the first day out songs are getting weaker and fucking weaker, man. It's me.
Yeah.
We got a couple new first day outs that just came out, bruh. Niggas been waiting on Max B for 100 years.
Right.
Man. Max B come out and drop that motherfucking garbage with French Montana. I'm sorry, man. I know he just working out the spider webs. You know what I'm saying? I love Max B. He bumping. All right. I know a lot of people. The YN's gonna get me on this one. I wasn't really rocking with that new Pooh Shiesty.
You don't
man.
like it?
I didn't like the beat, the flow. I said, well, maybe he's just working out the car with.
Right.
My question to you, bro, is: do you think that the first day outs are getting weaker, or am I just tripping?
I think we fell in love with an artist of how an artist was before they went in, and they would expect the same thing when they get out. And depending on what kind of run they had in that prison, Gucci did not come out the same man he went in, and so it's a completely different person that comes back out. Sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad. Certain individuals, they come out worse. Some individuals, they go in, they come out better. Gucci was one of the few that I can say that I like the new Gucci. I can remember speaking to Gucci, and that nigga you couldn't tell you his name. He was a zombie. And I truly believe that the people that was around him back then wanted him to stay high so they could rob him. You dig what I'm saying? Like I got a picture with Gucci, Fat Gucci, right now on my page from back in the day, and the nigga didn't know his name. He could not talk in complete sentences, you know what I'm saying? And so, sometimes we fall in love with the artists that went in and they don't come out the same. Bobby Shmurda ain't come out the same. That nigga won't doing all that gyrating and shit and goddamn NLE chopping and shit, you know what I mean? But I say, hey brother, as long as whatever it is that you do when you get out, it keep you out, do it.
Did you like Thug's first day out when he came out? Speak freely. We speak freely over here at the Mafia channel, Nisha.
I think that Thug has lost the gear on this last project, and I pray that he picks it up.
Me too.
Thug being one of my favorite artists. I did enjoy or respect the Pooh Shiesty one. His was the best that we've heard in the past couple years, in my opinion. Pooh Shiesty got the best first day out of like the past 5 years. Okay. But Thug joint,
I think the dissing kind of tarnished that song. Me, I like that song. I thought that song was cool, man. I liked it.
I mean, he just sounded like a different Thug. You could understand what Thug talking about. Nobody want to understand what Thug talking about.
Like
That's why we love Thug. That's why we love Thug. He coming like, we want the Thug. Like,
we don't want a Thug with bars.
Yeah, this nigga voice got deeper and shit. I'm like, wait a minute, I understand what this nigga saying.
What the melodies at?
This nigga talking English. I don't want to hear Thug talk English. I want to hear this nigga squeak in key. Nigga.
Hit them little,
he ain't do much of that.
So the record, the reason why we saying this because we fuck with Thug. He the first person to ever paid me in the industry.
For sure.
And it actually helped me to do different things. So it's like we just saying this because we want better, man. What a Thug.
It's so hard for me to speak on it because I've been, me and Thug Daddy have a relationship. We've talked on the phone. Me and Jeff or whatever. I remember the first time we got talking on the phone, we got to arguing. You know what I'm saying? First conversation me and Jeff have is about a logo on a flyer because I had an A&R from YSL and an A&R from another label, not knowing that these two labels were feuding at the time. This is before the RICO and everything. So he like, who gave you permission to put this? I'm like, the motherfucker I paid. Who is you? I'm Jeff. Well, who the fuck is Jeff? I'm Big Jeff. I'm Big Nietzsche. And then when we finally realized who each other was, we had a sensible conversation and we've had a cool relationship since then. And so, I know, that Thug a good dude, man. You know what I'm saying? He going through it right now.
Hopefully he get it back together.
And I pray he get it back together. You dig what I'm saying? I was happy to see that Lil Baby was embracing him. And when I went out to No Jumper, they was on my head about all the Rat Atlanta shit, which I didn't agree with totally or whatever. I think Academics was tripping on that.
Took it too far.
He was a little ambitious on it. Shouts out to Acto. But and so I'm holding it down for Atlanta. Not that it's my place to, but God damn it, I live here. My kids eat from here. That damn it, you ain't about to just play with it. Acting like this shit don't happen everywhere.
That's true.
You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? And nobody goes and says, "Oh, this Rat Jersey or Rat York." So yeah, don't play with
Don't play
Atlanta
with
like
shit
that.
like that.
Yeah, nah, hell no. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, you know, I see a lot of content creators or media platforms that talk about Atlanta music in a negative light, and I'm like, okay, but what about your town? What about your city? What's the music scene there? You love to talk about us. All right, cool. We've taken
Y'all
our
got
hits.
gay people and rats. Y'all shit too.
Yeah, but you know, if Atlanta fell off, who the fuck gonna fall on?
Hey, man.
And so a lot of these places a lot of these platforms that be talking, they got something slick to say about Atlanta. Ain't none of they goddamn artists in they town done fell on yet.
Now, Nietzsche, earlier in this interview, we was talking about like you just giving game on podcasts
Right.
and stuff like that. Now you understand that when you're doing a show or podcast, you have to find a niche.
Sure.
You have to find something that you're going to be talking about. You know what I'm saying? It seems like that
hence the spelling of my name.
I like that too.
Yes, sir.
It seems like you found your niche though,
Sure.
man. Because it's like you are almost like a relationship guru, almost like a 2026 Kevin Samuels, but you know, got your own spin on it type of thing, right? I've been wanting to ask you this the whole interview. Let's talk about this. Simps, right? So, I had this argument with my homeboy the other day. I said some guys, they just nice dudes, man. They don't know no harm. They don't mean no harm, bro. They meet a girl, the girl might got a kid or something like that. They nice to the girl and the kid. But to an old head, another person might say, well, this nigga's a simp. What is the difference between being a simp and just being a nice guy?
A simp is getting used and abused. A simp is a person that is allowing a woman to take advantage of him with no form of reciprocation in sight or plan. She is milking him dry, and he is allowing her to milk. And the reason why we are so hard on simps is because simps give women a delusional mindset to think that every man is going to pour into her without her returning the pour. If you are pouring into someone and this person doesn't give you anything of value, we're not just talking about sex, because if all she got to offer is some pussy, then she ain't much of a woman anyway. But if she is not willing to pour back into you something of value that she taking, and you allow it and knowing that you're not doing it, you a simp. You know, those guys fuck the game up just the same way that, you know, that virtuous women say hoes fuck the game up, or wives say side bitches fuck the game up.
Right.
Simps fuck the game up for real men. Because it dilutes. It dilutes and it gives a women a delusional sense of what a man is. A lot of these women are out here looking for simps. They want and they want a simp. And I'm gonna tell you the funny thing about it. They will go get in the relationship or deal with the simp because the simp is gonna, you know, cash them out, and they go cheat with us real niggas.
All the time.
Every time she gonna sneak off and get that dick from that nigga that'll tell her to shut the fuck up and sit down. I've
been the side nigga many
for
days.
sure. Man. I'm a habitual side nigga.
Leave me out back.
Hey,
I'm
man, you know what I'm saying?
Whole time I'm thinking poor guy.
It was a time in my life where all I did was fuck other niggas, bitches, till I had a awakening.
Until you change, right?
A simp be fucking it up. You dig what I'm saying? He paying for this bitch time.
Okay. Well, let's say a young nigga come up to you like, Nietzsche, I need some game, dog.
Right.
What's the difference between a trick and a simp?
I respect a trick more than I respect a simp.
Why?
Because a trick got something for his money. A trick, it's actually cheaper to trick than date. By the time, if I was to take this woman out, I just meet her. By the time I done took her on 3-4 dates, I done paid for their food. 3 Don Julio margaritas, there's an appetizer, a cheesecake, a ribeye steak. I done put $1,200-$1,300 into this woman. Time, energy, effort. Good
fresh.
Morning, Texas. Yeah. Had to get fresh, put gas in my car, got cut. All these things that I had to do to potentially get their pussy. And I done paid $1,500, and the bitch say, well, we don't want to move too fast.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you. You know what I'm saying?
The trick coming, that motherfucker lay $300 bills down on that motherfucker, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and at the club that night or back at the job at lunch break. So I respect a trick more than the simp.
So a strong difference.
A big difference. The trick gets something out of it. The simp, he don't get nothing out of it.
He's wishing for the best.
He's a dream chaser. He's trying to make this woman be something that she's not. Because any woman that will monetarily abuse a man, is that a woman that you really want to build a life with? Is that a woman that you can see yourself with? Is that a woman that you consider a wife? She's going to abuse you for the rest of life. So that's not your wife, my dog. If she got you simping, that's not your wife. Now the trick, understanding, hey man, she got something I want and it's for sale. God damn it, let me go ahead. Equal exchange ain't no robbery. God damn it, I gave you some money, you gave me some pussy, it is what it is. You dig what I'm saying? But a simp, oh, that's the worst of the worst. Because now you giving them same money that the trick get, but she ain't giving you nothing.
Well, for the people that don't live in Atlanta and probably have never came to Atlanta, how would you describe to someone that's never been here dating in Atlanta?
Dating, okay, there's a lot of beautiful women here. I will not sit there and...
They fine, man.
They fine as fuck. And it's a ton of them. But Atlanta is the home of the most of the black millionaires under a certain age, right? So there's a lot of wealth here. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of black wealth. And so what that happens is that sometimes a lot of the women here get a delusional sense of what a real man is and what a real man makes. They think that every man is making, you know, $500,000 like it's normal. No, it's not. That's the top 1% of men. And so that's what you get a lot of in Atlanta, because these women think that they have access to these type of rich 1%ers type men.
Right.
And you may have access to those men sexually, but none of those men are going to pour into you. None of those men are going to take you serious. None of those men are going to date you. They're just going to fuck you. And so a lot of women misconstrue getting a nigga or getting a man versus getting some dick. Yeah, all these hoes can get dick. It's always going to be, you got a hole, baby. It's a nigga that's going to stick it in there. That rich nigga going, and he'll pull up and drop down and drop dick on you.
You know what?
But will he take care of them kids? Will he build with you? Will he grow with you? Will he pour into you? Will he be a consistent fixture in your life? And that's where they misconstrue all these women getting dick.
Remember that
Very
episode
rare.
you had? I loved it. I reposted it. It was the girl that was on your show. She was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because Shaq was in my DM. You know what I'm saying? You was like, talk about that episode, man. Why does she think that was so cool? And why did you feel the need to break it down to her that it wasn't cool at all?
Because a lot of times women try to use men to validate their worth and their value. And in a situation like that, I would look at the situation like, well, where's your father at? Because you should have came out of the household that you grew up at with validation of knowing your value. It shouldn't take the fact that Shaq DM'd you for you to know your value, queen. You're supposed to be a queen. And so those, and the fact that you said it on a public platform, guess what? Guess who you ain't gonna fuck? You damn sure ain't gonna fuck Shaq. You dig what I'm saying? Or any other nigga of note, because bitch, you talk too much.
Right.
So that's a red flag for any rich nigga anyway. Like, oh, this bitch say names? You drop names?
Podcast dropping names? I'm cool.
What the hell? And before we even did anything, so, you know, a lot of times they shoot themselves in the foot, but it goes back to that clout is a drug thing. The fact that she thought that she was going to get some clout or some kind of validation from having this man that actually has value sliding in her. But once again, you can get some dick, baby, but you can't get that man.
Definitely not know how value man like that. Well, let's go back to dating in Atlanta, man. Give me some do's and don'ts on like a first date. Because I had one girl tell me, it's like, yo, when you're dating, the first time dating, you're not supposed to take a woman out for food on the first date. Say it's okay to go out for drinks. Because when you go out for food, now you setting the bar like, okay, well, I want to go out to eat every day. Let me call this dude or whatever. Do you feel like it's okay to do food and drinks on the first date? That seems pretty regular.
I'm gonna tell you how the cheap way to date in Atlanta. You go to spots that don't have bars. A lot of these women are going on dates because they got alcohol problem. They alcoholics, and they just want to goddamn run. They want to run up the tab.
Knock them back all day.
This bitch done ordered 3 Don Julio margaritas. But by that second one, baby, this motherfucker, that third margarita better come with some pussy.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So in Atlanta, they have a lot of soul food restaurants that have ambiance and at the same time that are fixtures in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I would take a chick to a soul food restaurant. Give her some culture. You dig what I'm saying? But try to avoid the spots with the bars, because that's how them hoes will drink you up under the table. She only took the date so she could get 3 Don Julio.
And drunk all your bread up.
Done drunk your bread up. She done got $65 worth of drinks. And then order the food, take 2 bites out of it, shit and take the doggy bag back to the broke ass nigga she fucking.
I'd have been out with chicks like that. They on the third Don Julio, right? Next thing you know, like, yo, you know what? Let's do some shots. God
Yeah.
damn, you need to
Yeah,
go,
and you never go on a date with a woman to a club. If the music is loud enough where you gotta yell, that's not a date because you're not getting to know her. That all she's doing is milking you for drinks. You never go to when a girl asks you to go to a club with her and her homegirl, she's only bringing you along. I think it's disrespectful for a woman to ask me to go to a club with her and her homegirls if we just get to know each other. Because all you want me to do is pay for the
just
bottles.
pay for her and her homies. That's
Yeah,
what she
I'm
wants.
cool.
Like,
You think I'm a simp?
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, avoid. And it gives a man a way to really know if a woman actually is genuinely into them. Most of these bitches is alcoholics.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? You take the liquor off the goddamn table and let's get food and conversation or coffee and conversation. That woman genuinely has an authentic interest in you. But any of these hoes will take back a goddamn bottle of Don if you got it.
Let me get a double shot of Jameson. Jameson.
But I see the bitch drink some Crown Royal. I said,
no.
bitch, you try to get hair on your chest, ho. God damn.
Damn, she snapped.
God damn.
So what are your thoughts on like the passport boys? Have you ever heard of the passport
For sure.
boys? These are some allegedly guys that are tired of American women. Like, you know, I'm tired of these hoes, man. I'm gonna go to motherfucking Rio and go get me some woman to bring her back here. What do you think of guys that do that?
I think they make it a point. I think that they have gotten fed up with certain things, and I do feel their pain. I haven't given on I haven't given up on the African American woman, no matter how much she may frustrate me. That's why I be yelling at her ass, because I wanted to do better so I can goddamn marry him one day. But I do not blame a man for getting more bang for his buck. You dig what I'm saying? If you move in the confines of Atlanta and you want $1 million house, your house may be 3,000 square feet. But if you move out to Conyers, that bitch is gonna be 20,000 square feet. You get more bang for your buck the farther you go. That's all them boys is doing. Them boys is going out to Conyers and buying them big houses for the same million that you'll pay for the city. Now, given you're gonna have to deal with the same bullshit, not as much, but it's a way cheaper price. So you're getting a bad bitch for way cheaper. So I understand it. You're going to Conyers to buy you a big ass house rather than stay in the city and get a goddamn 2-bedroom condo for the same million.
What are your thoughts on the men that have the red pill mindset? Because a lot of people say watching your stuff is kind of like red pill energy. What do you think about guys that live by that life?
Well, I've never put a title on my I call it common sense content. You dig what I'm saying? I just be speaking from the heart. I don't consider myself a red pill guy or whatever. I have ingested some of the content. A lot of their talking points be dope. You dig what I'm saying? Some of their talking points I don't agree with. Some of them I do. I think that a lot of men are tired of not being heard, brother. And women, especially modern women, when they are triggered or they don't agree with something, they don't hear us. And that's what I feel the red pill space is men that are tired of being unheard and they're speaking loud. And that just comes from, years ago, the woman was at the house with the kids. She was sweet. She was submissive. She was soft. You dig what I'm saying? That man would come home, bring his check to his woman, and she would allocate the funds how it would do. Now you bring your check home to that bitch if you want to. That hoe gonna be on motherfucking Peter Street with hookah in her mouth, popping ass. You dig what I'm saying? So, it definitely is. I feel it's needed because iron sharpen iron, and that's what the red pillars are doing. They keep telling brothers to stay sharp and stay vigilant or whatever. Of course, they're going to get some lashbacks or some bad press about it because of the fact that it's messing up the quote unquote matrix that they got us in. Because men, we are the most persecuted group, especially black men, the most persecuted group in the world. I mean, they want us to go have sex, to have babies, so we can get put on child support, and the government can milk us for the rest of our life. It's a whole nother form of systematic oppression. And so with some of this content, this male empower content, who wants a whole bunch of strong black men? You would think the world, but that's not the case.
Really, huh?
Who wants the strongest man to be strong? He's going to take over the world. Think about that, brother. And 9 times out of 10, if you put you at the same size you is with another nationality in a room in a fight to the death, who coming out? Who coming out alive? So that man, most 9 times out of 10, you coming out alive,
Right.
brother. So you a threat to certain individuals. They don't want to disturb that. Why would they want to wake you up to your value, to your strength? A lot of the times we don't know that we got them superpowers. And so
That's
they
true.
trying to keep us dormant for sure. It is definitely an agenda to try to feminize the black man. That's why the gay shit is so goddamn prevalent and protected, because they want to keep on putting it in our faces that, nah, you can switch when you walk. And they try to look at daddy wrong when he tell you, nah, bitch, nah, we ain't doing that shit, son. Think about every time you have a young black athlete and he has an active father in his life, they try to demonize his father.
They do, yeah.
LeVar Ball is one of the best black fathers I've
dads
ever
out.
seen in my life, my nigga. And they got crazy shit to say about it. Look how they played with Shador with Dion, because he had a black man in his life, and he didn't need to play by them farm boy rules. So it definitely is an agenda, and I think that some of that content kind of touches on that for sure.
What are your thoughts on yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. I think this would be a great episode for you. What do you think about those guys that be on social media that mislead the women? You know, the dude like, hey man, you love your woman, give her 20 bands right now, fuck nigga.
Shouts out I know him.
and the other dude, what's his name? Yada, something like that. You girls should date 5 men at once. You know what I'm saying? Explore your options. And women eat this up. What do you think about these guys on social media doing this? Is this for clout, or do you think they really feel like this?
They are pandering women. They are pandering to women for the paycheck. I went, and I say this goddamn, I went to Ace Metaphor show. And black man to black man, I salute him for the platform that he's built. He's built a humongous platform. I believe that the man is a marketing mastermind. And I sit there, and I got invited by one of the cast members to go, and I'm sitting there looking around, and I see over 1,000 people, probably like 2,000 people, and the average ticket price is anywhere between $150 to $300 to listen to these niggas lie to these women. And these women are pulling their man along, and I'm like, yeah, I see this nigga make over $200,000 in one seat. I ain't mad at you, black man. Get your money. Shit, you had to lie to bitches for 2 goddamn hours?
It's cool, but I just wish someone would just say, hey, women, just letting y'all know this is wrestling.
There is not any
real
accounts of any of that content actually working and leading to a woman's marriage. Kevin Samuels told you about numerous women that actually listened to his content and actually got married. And this shit, this whole you can be a whole shit, ain't nobody got no success stories about, oh yeah, well, you know, I finally realized that I was gonna marry her and she was the woman of my dreams when she was dating me and 5 other niggas. Who the fuck got that story? I know for a fact that 3 women done got married off Trigger Alert since the past 3 years.
Really?
And another 4 is engaged. I can say that. And it was some of the most masculine, goddamn, bitter, mean, nasty women that we had on there. And I woke up, I put on a light bulb. But out of all the, y'all spend all this money to go to these people platforms and goddamn bash men and that, where the fuck is the success stories? Nigga, who is the people? Where is the woman that dated 6 niggas at the same time and found her husband while she was dating them 6 niggas and he knew that she was dating 5 other niggas? Where is the success stories? And when you really look at the success stories about them type of people, there aren't any. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the boy name that was lying in his car, lying to the bitches and then he was cheating on their wife?
Oh, buddy with the tight shirt.
Derek Jackson.
Yeah.
I know the chick. Damn, I spoke too much. Oh, well, fuck it. I know the bitch that he was fucking on his wife with. That's my homegirl.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying?
So she
now,
you
over here in your car every day talking shit about niggas, selling niggas, throwing niggas up under the bus. Whole time you over here got more hoes in the WNBA draft telling men, he doesn't, he should only be dealing with you. Well, tell that shit to your wife then.
Well, that proves my whole thing right. So they were just doing all that stuff just for clout.
For the money. Them boys get paid.
They really believe like, yeah, you know what? I should date 5 niggas at once. No, sweetheart, that's not even real.
Bro, women always have loved men to lie to them, dog. Think about every time that a woman tell you to tell her the truth, you fuck around and tell her the truth. Usually she walk out that motherfucking door. If you sit there and tell that woman, hey, you know what? I'm going to go see Tiffany on Tuesday. I may see Tasha on Thursday. I ain't going to bring no babies or no diseases home in this motherfucker. You don't think that woman going to, you think that woman going to still be there on Friday happy and submissive? Fuck no. Women have always loved, they love niggas that lie to them. That's the only people they want to fuck with. They paid $300 to go hear the nigga lie to him. Boy, shit, I wish I would charge $30 to get in my shit. And I'm telling you the truth. You dig what I'm saying? Women have always loved men to lie to them. They call them players. Women, the key to getting women is having women. They love to compete.
They like a wanted man.
No woman want a man that don't no other woman want. So how the hell you get the woman? Have women? And every time I got some badass homegirls. Whenever I want a ring wingman, I go bring my bad bitches with me. All these girls looking like, okay, he with all the bad girls or whatever. They coming over here. They don't know who the fuck it is. Women love to compete and they love to be lied to. And I'm not telling men that it's the right thing to do to lie to them. But what I'm saying is, if you try to tell her the truth and she walks out that door and she gives you any kind of weird treatment, then that bitch deserves to get lied to for the rest of her motherfucking life because you can't handle it.
I saw a meme on the way here, and it made me think about you. I said, let me ask Nisha what do you think about this meme. The meme said, don't be a retirement plan for women who spend all their 20s having fun with other guys.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that? They call it a retirement plan. They think like, you know what? I need all my hoeing. I found Nietzsche now. I'm good.
Right.
I ain't got to do nothing now.
See, what happens is, these women I know this whole shit, this is my shit. So these women, they hoe all their whole 20s. They outside. I'm outside. You'll hear them say, we outside. But see, them bitches don't come in quick. Hey, if you gonna go out in the hole, you gonna go out and have your moment, go have your moment. But see, these women wait too long to come in. Bitch, you 42 now. It's a bitch that turned 21 every fucking day. And you know what? She is okay with going to Longhorn. She doesn't need a nigga to take her to SDK.
She ain't fucked up about the Cheesecake Factory.
She ain't fucked up about goddamn PF Chains or Panda Express. You don't gotta take this bitch to go to child. She is happy as hell to go to the north side, nigga. Let alone, she don't gotta go to Dubai. And she younger, her ovaries work, and she gonna fuck you with conviction because she actually like your ass. And so a lot of these girls will hold their whole 20s, goddamn, try to start slowing down in their 30s and fuck around and don't come from outside till they late 30s after 35.
And they stay outside.
And then they realize that, wait a minute, you ain't that hot young bitch no more. It's some other young fine shit right there. And guess what? The same niggas that you want her. And this younger woman is more cooperative, easy to deal with, more submissive, fine. Well, I'll just go get the Bentley instead of goddamn getting the Oldsmobile. That's all it is. So, I just think that the best age for a woman to start trying to get married is 25. 25 a good age. After 35, baby, and Kevin Samuels used to get heat about this, but it's the truth. After 35, you're already a high-risk pregnancy.
Damn.
Men value legacy. So if you're dating men that you want these high-value men, these niggas that's making this kind of paper or whatever, that their legacy is everything. I play the game for legacy. I'm about passing it on. How the fuck you gonna pass it on if them ovaries is dried up from all the goddamn Percocets and Hennessy shots and Don Julio margaritas and Black and Miles and hookahs that you've been sucking for the past 15 years. God damn it, them bitches is shriveled up. Your fallopian tubes is not tubing no more.
That's a valid point though, man. Like you say, motherfucker, men of value do want legacy.
For sure.
And if you all burnt up, it's like, what are we really doing here?
Because, they got the saying, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. No man wants to be out in the world competing, risking his life because other niggas is trying to kill him. The white man don't want him to win. And go home and argue with this woman.
Yeah.
Nobody want to go home and argue with that woman. I've been fighting the whole goddamn day, baby. I've been fighting to bring us home some fucking money so we can provide for ourselves. The last thing I want to do is go home and fight with my bitch.
They interviewed a lady the other day. She was 120 years old. It was like, yo, ma'am, you got to give us a secret. How are you 120 years old? She's like, man, it ain't got to do with like smoking or your diet and nothing like that. It's like, I've lasted this long because I would remain stress-free.
Amen.
Stress a kid.
For
Just
sure.
take you up out of here.
For sure.
Said she just stayed stress-free, man. That's what made her last so long.
It's a real thing. And so, a man gonna lay his hat down where it's peaceful at. You know, a man gonna pull up when it's some sexy shit, yeah, but we gonna stay where it's peaceful. And I think a lot of women, when they as long as they get older, it's harder for them to be peaceful, or they feel it as a slight. They feel that submission is control or slavery. They view submission as slavery. They view femininity as being weak. Like, no, that's what God made you to be. You're saying that being what you were created as a woman.
This fuck nigga don't tell me what to do.
Right. They view a man that has standards as a man that's trying to control them. No, bitch, I'm trying to make sure your ass don't end up in jail or locked up or broke. You dig what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing. I have standards for
it. I'm trying.
Right. I'm telling you not to go out this house halfway scantily clad with your ass out because somebody's gonna touch you or physically assault your ass, and I'm not there. Yeah, that's why I don't want you to walk out there with your nipple showing, because you're advertising something that you ain't really ready to sell yet. And they say, "Oh, you're trying to control me." No, bitch, I'm trying to save your black ass.
When it comes to like bad women,
right?
As far as like bad women goes, does it feel like bad women want you to pay them for being bad? Well, I'm fine, so you got to go and pay for my phone bill. I'm bad. You got to take care of this. I'm fine.
It's crazy you say this. I had this conversation yesterday. A lot of women want to be paid to be pretty. And if your beauty is the main thing you selling, it's just a matter of time for you going to end up doing some hoe shit. If your appearance is the only thing that you have on the market, it's just a matter of time for somebody gonna pay you for it, and you gonna do some hoe shit. Beauty is valuable, most indeed, but you gotta have some kind of skill set, some kind of talent, some kind of business acumen, and some kind of IQ with that beauty. A bitch that wanna be paid just to be pretty is eventually gonna do some hoe shit. Dang. Because that's gonna be the highest bidder. That's gonna be the highest bidder for her beauty. That's gonna be the person that's gonna pay the most for you to be pretty. Okay, you get a modeling gig, you wanna go in a music video, you make $200. All right, but this nigga give you $2,000 for fuck. And that's your highest bidder.
Right.
So you gonna eventually do some
hoe shit. You
saying
saying everybody got a price. That's what you're saying.
Everybody that is in need got a price.
I like that.
I look forward. I always look forward to the moment of my life where I could start turning down money because I didn't need it that bad. And a woman that's behind on her car note, about to get evicted, that price gets pretty reasonable after a while. You dig what I'm saying? And so the key is for women to never put themselves in survival mode, because that's where you breed all these masculine women where they feel they survive. They're trying to survive. And I'm not saying that a woman can't survive on her own, but success is normally a team sport. We can thrive together, because realistically, black men and black women are supposed to be together. We're supposed to have generational wealth and get these kids and goddamn move forward with the shit. And that's what really that's the bottom line of my platform, what it preaches. But if the woman doesn't respect anything that the man brings to the table, he waters down everything, and the man is goddamn unaware of his value and worth, then how the fuck can we prosper?
Damn, that's deep, man. So I got this little segment. I just created it with you because of the type of guest you are and what you got going on with your platform.
Yes, sir.
I'm calling this one right here, work with it or deal breaker.
Okay.
We're talking about women. All right. You let me know. I'm gonna tell you a situation. You let me know. Can you work with it?
Right.
Or is it your deal breaker?
No problem.
All right, dog. So you hit it off with a chick. It's been months. Y'all in it. Everything's going real good. Y'all having a conversation. She's like, Nietzsche, keep it real, dog. You ever had a threesome? You're like, yes, we are. It's nothing. I've had threesomes before.
Right.
So now you ask her the same thing. You're like, well, baby, have you had a threesome? And she agrees. She said yes. Mm-hmm. The only kicker is her threesomes were with two guys.
Right.
Can you work with it, or is that a deal breaker?
Will she give me a threesome with two girls?
She will. That's not a problem.
Let me think about this now.
It was before you, but she does have that trait that she got on. She got ran.
She got a train ran on her.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered where all the girls that used to get trains ran on them back in the neighborhood went. And all them women is married.
They all married now.
They all married. Damn, that's a good fucking question. if that woman is sweet, feminine, submissive, and loyal to that man, and she makes him happy, I say work with it.
Work with it.
Because what happens in her past is her past or whatever. Now, as long as she doesn't give you limitations on the thing, I believe that if a woman's had a threesome in her past, I'd be damned if she tell me we can't have one. That's a deal breaker. You mean to tell me you done had a three-way with somebody else or whatever, and you won't give me the access to that? So you're willing to give another man a different level of access to you than you would give me. Now, given my threesome wouldn't have two niggas in that bitch. No,
right.
Nigga. But, the two women. So you're willing to give this other man a different level of access than you were willing to give me, the one that's protecting, providing, and goddamn building and pouring into you. That would be a deal breaker. Because at no point in time should a woman give another man more access than she would give her husband.
All right, we got another one. She fine.
Okay.
She submissive. She crazy about you, Nietzsche.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Love your dirty draws. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is she lacks ambition and she don't really want a lot out of life. You know what I'm saying? Can you work with it, or is that a deal breaker?
It matters what kind of man you are. Different men in different places need different things. When I was on the come up, I needed a partner. I needed a woman. I needed a co-pilot. I needed a functional woman that hey, I got $1,500, you got $1,500, we can get a $3,000 house. You feel what I'm saying? I needed that on my way up. A man that's building needs a functional woman, a functionable woman that can hold her own because he's trying to build something. When a man already gets built, by the time I got built, my requirements for women have changed slightly. Because the things that I want from women, once you've learned how to make money, well, money isn't that big of a deal anymore. The things that I need to feel fed in a relationship have changed. Now I really want peace. That's the biggest thing you can give me, is to be peaceful. And so if that woman is peaceful and unambitious, then oh fucking well. Now 10 years ago, the bitch would have to go. Now that I've built my gym, that she wasn't shooting me with, as long as she's peaceful with how I run my gym and how I run my program, I ain't tripping. Because I built the gym. So don't go over here and try to change how I got running my program. All right, cool. So if that woman is peaceful, because a more financially stable man needs a Bentley take different gas than a Nissan. When I had a Nissan, I could put 87 in it and it would get filled up. Now, when I finally bought a Bentley, you put 87 in that bitch if you want to, you're going to fuck your shit up. You dig what I'm saying? So different levels of different men have different things that they need. If you want to be an unambitious woman, you going to need a rich nigga, but you better be ready to shell. But a lot of the women don't want to build with a man and run that marathon. So you can work with that depending on where you're at in life. Most working men need a functional woman that's actually going to bring something to the table, because bills is motherfucking too high and eggs is sky high in this motherfucker. She got to bring some money in the table. She
make her own money.
Okay.
She's submissive. Big old ass.
Right.
But she love to throw hands.
No, it's a deal breaker.
It's can't really take it over.
That's a deal breaker.
Why so?
Domestic violence is automatically a deal breaker. Any woman that cannot control her hands, that means she ain't gonna be able to control her mind or her body.
Bitch, golden glove.
Yeah, ain't gonna control her mind or her body. It's just a matter of time before she get that body to somebody else too. She can't control her hands. She can't control her pussy either. She ain't got control over nothing. You mean to tell me, bitch, you gonna square up on me or whatever? You don't think you gonna square up on some dick?
Not just on you.
You ain't got control. She ain't got control over
y'all with Foot Locker in the mall. They take too long to bring the shoes out. She want to fight the dude.
It's a deal breaker.
Okay.
I cannot prosper with that woman. I can't take her nowhere. It's just a matter of time before she crash out and put me in a compromising position where I got to lose my life or my freedom. Because you got to understand, this bitch like to throw hands. So you can throw hands at the wrong nigga. Now I'm forced to get masculine with a man I would normally not have a problem with or whatever. And when two men get into it, it's either jail or death. That's it.
Look, you done brought on set with Dame Dash, bitch, and got into it with Dame and everything, man.
Yeah, she gotta go. She gotta go back to the apartments. It's a place for her in the apartments. Or she needs to goddamn get with Clarissa Shields and try to go be a boxer.
Couple more questions with the work with it or deal breaker thing.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'll make this one simple right here.
Okay.
Things are perfect. Things going super duper well with her. She's everything that you want. But she got 6 kids. Can you work with it? Or is that a deal breaker?
How many baby daddies?
6.
Deal breaker.
Why? She a good person.
She been a quitter all her life. Why she would stop that? The fuck? Yeah, you been a quitter all your life, baby girl. You been running all your life. Well, I'm gonna stop you from running. That's who you are. When people tell you who they are, man, you gotta believe them.
Say, don't fight it, just
don't fight it,
own
bro.
it.
Hey, man, she get in and get out. That's what you should do. Get in and get out. That's what every other man did. Get in and get out. Bitch ain't gonna make the same mistake 2 times. All right, after 2,
It's a
the
pattern.
max. Man, you get to the 3 or 4, man, that's a pattern. That's who that woman is. She gonna run. There's a reason why 6 niggas came and pumped and dumped.
Damn.
You dig what I'm saying? And now if it was, if it was 6 kids from one man, I'm there. You know what? Actually, shit, goddamn it, she might be one of them ones. But 6 different men, 6 times. You open your legs, let a nigga crack you raw, shoot your club up, and you pushed out the baby.
It didn't work 6 times.
And it didn't work 6 times. What makes me think that I'm gonna be any different? Niggas gotta stop.
But
thinking.
sometimes you can't help who you like, though, Nietzsche.
Yeah, I can like her. I like her. I like to fuck her. That's about it. It's probably some good cat, but it don't mean I gotta be with her. Just because you like somebody doesn't mean that you got a future with them. Doesn't mean that everybody, just because a woman is beautiful don't mean we're going to be lovers. Just because a woman is smart don't mean we're going to be business partners. Just because I like you don't mean I got to be with you. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that some people are here for a season and some people are here for a reason. Some people are temporary. There's only a few of them that's ever going to be even fit to be permanent. That's not a permanent person. She's never been permanent with any man that she's ever been with. And the sweetest gift that a woman can give a man is a child. And you gave your sweetest gift away 6 times to 6 different men that walked out that door for some reason. And I'm guaranteed that half of them walked out that door for the same reason. Why would I be any different? No.
So you think she would, that woman would be the common denominator of all her problems?
That is the common denominator of all the problems. And women will say, well, they the problem. So 6 niggas got it wrong. No, baby, you was the problem. Something you doing is not resonating with men. And I don't want to be the 7th.
This the last one with work with it or deal breaker.
Yeah.
No kids.
No kids.
No pets.
No pets.
She got her own money.
Okay.
She's submissive, but she don't believe in God. Can you work with it? Or is that your deal breaker?
Just don't believe in God at all.
She might just be lost, man. I ain't saying she worships the devil and do pentagrams.
Is she coachable?
She's coachable. She just lost.
She's coachable. I can work with it. You can work with anybody. See, you got to understand, most women, that's what they lack. They lack in coaching. They lack in direction. They lack in vision. They lack in leadership. They just going around life, going through whatever they want through. It's just an extension of their household. She might have had that in her household. If she is willing to accept coaching, if she is willing to accept a man's leadership and a man's vision, she gonna be a God-fearing woman by Christmas.
So you can mold.
I can mold that. I can mold that if she's coachable. You see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of men deal with younger women, because they want you to coach them. A lot of older women, they'll tell you that you coaching them is you telling them what to do.
Hey, look, Nietzsche, let's take it a step further. Let's say, all right, not only does she not believe in God, not only does she not believe in God, she's in the satanic cult.
You just gonna make it more and more fucked up.
I just want to see how far I can push it with you and saying, like, is it?
I can't.
That's too far.
Man, listen, bro. I remember one time, bro, I came home and this bitch was cutting a chicken head off.
No, man.
I don't lie to you not, brother. I don't know what that woman was going through, but whatever it was, it had to get the fuck out of my house.
That's the moment
I was going home, I come home and the bitch done cut a chicken head off or whatever. It's gonna her and the chicken gonna be in the Uber.
That's your deal breaker.
Deal breaker for sure. Now you ain't about to be worshiping no goddamn. Nah, you ain't bringing none of that shit to my house. I come from a praying family. My mama was a praying mama. My daddy was a deacon. I played drums at the church. I was one of the kids that went to church 5 times a week. There ain't no way in hell I'm about to be able to bring you home to my family. You over this motherfucker cutting chicken heads off and Lord knows what. Nah. Can you carry your demon worshiping ass over there with
she levitated to the crib.
Yeah, you levitate her ass to the pot mints.
Well, I'm pretty sure you got a lot of women that watch your show because they low key want to get game.
For sure.
So you got a lot of female followers.
If they listen, they will learn how to get a man.
Is it? A lot of them want to know this question, so I'm gonna ask this on behalf of the women that watch the show.
Right.
Is it possible for a woman? Let's talk about that same woman that got 6 kids by 6 different men, right?
Right.
Is it possible for that woman to get a high value man? And before you answer that, I'm gonna say that because a lot of women be like, you know what? I want me a rich nigga. Whole time she got 6 baby daddies and 6 kids. Okay, she wants a lot for herself. Do you think a high value man would go for that? What are your thoughts on that?
You cannot make it an exception and an example. If that woman was able to get a nigga that made $50,000, that would be exceptional for her to do, let alone a high value man. You got to understand, you want the top 10% of men and you are the bottom 10% of women. You got everything a nigga hate. You got your body count high, your child count high, your baby daddy high, your credit score low, your poverty level low. You got everything a nigga hate and you want the top of the top. Well, that's like going to the Bentley dealership with $1 thinking you about to ride today. Everybody hit the lottery sometime. Bitch, you can go to Mr. Beast and maybe he'll give you one, but that's about the only way you're going to see it. It wouldn't make sense to a man that has worked his whole life to get to the point of him being valuable to compare himself or pair himself with a woman that makes poor choices, not only with her body, with her family, and with her finances. It would make no sense because she's going to drag him down. He has got to that point by making good, solid decisions with his life. She has got to the point by making terrible decisions with hers. Why would somebody that has excelled at the test partner with somebody that has failed the test? It makes no sense. What, we gonna make a seat? No, I'm cool.
So what is their reality then? They like, yo, I still want me a rich ass nigga. What do you think their reality is? If they messed up early, got different baby daddies, you know what I'm saying? So they can't just get a high value man. They have to settle for the shift leader at Captain D's.
The shift leader at Captain D's is settling for her. She's not settling for him. The shift leader at Captain D's is a hard-working man that has a consistent paying job. And I'm pretty sure that he's able to take care of the things that he's taking care of. She, on the other hand, has made terrible decisions of herself. So the shift leader will be settling for her. She's not settling for anything. She should settle for one of her 6 baby daddies. She should settle for one of those men. That's who she should settle for. She should settle for one of the men she gave her sweetest and most precious gift to. That's what she should settle for. You shouldn't be out here looking for more. You mean out of all these 6 niggas, don't none of them niggas want you, or want none of them niggas good enough for you, and you kept having babies for them? No, that's who she need to settle for. She need to settle for Jesus.
I'm gonna ask you this, and then we're gonna get up out of here,
right?
Man, because I super appreciate. I can talk to you all day, man. What are your thoughts on dating women that love social media? You know what I'm saying? Because you in social media, you know what I'm saying. So if a woman is dating you, they can say, "Hey, nigga, you in social media and you lit." How you feel about dating a woman that likes to be on social media a lot?
You got to make sure that she love you more than she love the attention. If a woman is on social media and she's not making no money, that means she's doing it for the attention. That's very careful. That's very scary. Because at any point in time, a man that gives her attention, she want attention from anybody. Don't care if the nigga ugly, broke, fat, small, tall, whatever. She just an attention junkie. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? That type of woman can succumb to a man's charm. What happened when a player ass nigga approach her? She a sucker for attention. She just eating it up. Yeah, that player nigga gonna put your bitch through the mattress because she's a sucker for attention. She just fiending for the attention. So I always look at a woman's social media presence like, okay, is she doing this as a business sense? Is the link in the bio OnlyFans, or is the link in the bio some kind of digital product, subscription, or service that it doesn't include her ass? And if it doesn't, then that may be, okay, this woman is running a viable business. You dig what I'm saying? Viable businesses, yes. I mean, social media is a useful aspect. But if you're on social media and all you're doing is posting pictures of you in scantily clad clothing and you are not selling a product or a service, all you're selling is ass digitally. That's all OnlyFans is. They're digitally selling pussy. Yeah, selling the pussy through the phone. It's a digital prostitute. No disrespect, I don't knock the hustle, but that's what it is. So I always look at a woman like, okay, what is this attention for? Is this attention for your own self-enjoyment, or is this attention directing to some kind of monetary or business that we can pass down to these kids? So if she don't got a business set up or some kind of goddamn structure set up, and she just online goddamn doing shit to go viral, yeah, it's just a matter of time for a nigga put that treat it like a donkey and a carrot. They're gonna put that goddamn, hey, here's some clout. Come and suck some dick. Here's some clout. Here's some attention. Come on, fuck some. And she gonna go for it. So I would definitely, when the women are jockeying for attention, she gotta love me more than she love the attention of other men. Because I'm the only attention she should even really give a fuck about.
I definitely agree with that.
Hey.
Before we get up out of here, dog, I've been seeing you grow, you know what I'm saying, for like over the years, man. It's just, for me personally, it's just been an honor, man. I be sitting back like, damn, he's a doer. You know what I'm saying? Out my friend circle, I'm a doer. So I relate to the doers. You going hard, man. Lately I've been seeing you on different platforms. It's like you're making the transition from being a host to being basically a public figure, Nietzsche. You're going crazy, dog. Let's keep it real with you.
Yeah.
What's it like making the transition from being hosting to kind of like putting yourself out there more?
Well, see, the thing about me and a lot of other individuals is my whole brand is off my back. Unfortunately, I didn't have the luxury of having a big homie, an investor, a bigger platform put me on. Everything that people have seen me on is my platform that I created from ground zero. And so, but I also do understand that in order to level up, you're going to have to collaborate. And I've always wanted to collaborate. I just didn't have that opportunity. And so when those opportunities started to come or whatever, I jumped at it. You know what I'm saying? With me going to No Jumper, because it's a whole coast of people that have never seen me, may not know me, and I need to get, they need to hear this pimping too. You dig what I'm saying? And so I guess the biggest thing is I'm still getting used to people recognizing me everywhere. Because I come from a place where when a person approaches you vigilant, your head is on a swivel, and I have to learn how to, when I walk out of my house, it's game on. When I walk out of the house, it's showtime. When I go to the gas station, the people that are coming up to speak to me are fans or listeners of my show. And I don't want to fuck up their perception of me. I do not want the first time that you meet me to be a bad one. So I immediately have to clear my mind, clear my thoughts when I go out into the world, because it's game on. You dig what I'm saying? But I appreciate it. Every picture that a person asks me to take, I take it unless I'm with my kids. Every conversation that a person has to me respectfully, and nobody try me crazy anyway, but I speak to everybody because I know how it feels for no one to care. I know how it feels for no one to watch, for no one to listen, and no one to get view. I know how it feels. And so the same people I see on my way, you see on your way up, you see on your way down. So I am just so humbled at the fact that I have made something that people appreciate, that how could I hit you with weird energy when you come over here and tell me that, you know what I mean? And men all over the world, and women too, they stop me wherever I go, and they're like, bro, keep going, bro. I appreciate you. Hey, man, can I take a picture? And it is flattering in me because I know we built this shit brick by brick.
Definitely did.
I built that YouTube page. I remember when it had 0 subscribers, and I built that shit. I remember when I first got that first YouTube plaque. I remember when my first interview did 52 views and nobody watched it, and I promoted it the whole month like it was an album. I thought it was gonna go viral, and it did 50 views on my first video. And so knowing that and realizing that now in hindsight, it definitely is a humbling experience, because damn, that shit actually started to work.
You know what? What was your No Jumper experience like? I see you out there in Los Angeles. You out there with Adam 22, a lot of big podcasters. Flacco,
for sure.
Lush. What was that whole experience like?
It was dope. Like, so Flacco had hit me and was like, "Hey man, Adam doing like a 24-hour stream, man. You need to come over here and goddamn get on it." And I was like, "Shit, I'll fly back out there," because I just did an interview with Flacco. I'm waiting on you to drop that shit, by the way, Adam. But I just didn't even flock. I was like, I had just 2 weeks later, I'm like, shit, I'll come back up. Because in me, I'm thinking business. I'm a businessman. You're doing like a 12 to 24 hour stream. That's mean millions of people are going to see this shit. Why would I not put myself in front of these millions of people? How much do a man got to pay for 1 million views in marketing? Thousands of dollars. You mean to tell me all I got to buy is a plane ticket? Shit, I'm there. And so I literally came with the mentality, not exactly to get a job, because I'm doing pretty well for myself, thank God, but the viewership. Like, Adam has built an amazing platform. So I'm out that motherfucker showing my ass. And I did not expect it to go as great as it did, but it was a fun, enjoyable time. Iron sharpened iron. They had some great, amazing talent there. I busted all y'all asses, by the way. Y'all know that. It's all good, though, but it's all love. Yeah, and it was fun. You know what I mean? I think that it was kind of, if anybody had watched that stream, it was kind of apparent that I was very well prepared for the moment.
Yes, you were.
You know what I'm saying? And this wasn't my first rodeo. But I look forward to working with No Jump. I look forward to working with Adam. I got a lot of respect for him. And, because I know what it takes to build something from ground zero. I did it. And I'm doing it. And so I cannot do nothing but respect somebody that had the acumen and intestinal fortitude to build something. And I know how hard it is to keep it going because I've done my own thing. I know how hard it is to keep a building going because I got a 4,000 square foot studio. So I know a lot of the things that he's doing, I have watched and picked up bits and pieces. So it was dope to actually get to work in the field. And for him to say that he feels that I got a bright future in podcasting and he was a fan of my work as well is extremely flattering because that's somebody that I definitely respect.
I agree with Adam as well. And, I recently did some work with Adam. I met him recently. Adam's dope. Super, super duper cool dude, man. I think you did really good at jumping. It was really fun watching you out there do your thing, man. I said, look at my dog, man.
I'll talk your shit. That shit natural though. That's what we do every day. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I'm like,
nothing, man.
I'm like, oh, this is what y'all do. This is. It was so funny, man, because some people I felt sorry for because I know I sent a lot of people home, and because it was a competition. I'm like, it wasn't nothing personal, but I was just like, oh, if I get you out the way, I can get on camera again and get in front of more people. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to go home. But I had a great time, man. And I made some dope relationships. Me and the girl Tam, we actually still talk to this day, and we doing some other stuff. So I got some good relationships out of it, and I'll be at No Jumper very, very soon.
Nietzsche, man, I want to say, man, it's an honor, man. One thing about you, man, anytime I call you, man, you pull up for me, man. I appreciate you, dog.
Respect,
it's an honor. Keep watching you grow, man. Keep doing your thing, bro. And thank you for coming to the Mafia channel, man. It's your boy Mafia, man. We about this jump, man. Ugly Money Nietzsche, man. You just been tuned into the Mafia channel, man. Holla at your boy.
Ugly money.
It takes a distinct individual to possess the desire to defy the law. Such individuals must exhibit audacity, fearlessness regarding consequences, and the traits of calculated risk takers. They may be categorized as mere addicts, yet their addiction is to currency and adrenaline. What do they lust more? Some seek the mountains of dead presidents, while others yearn for the rush. These are not stories of glorification, but chronicles of redemption. Articulated in their own voices, these are the extraordinary accounts of individuals who will be eternally enshrined as crime gods.